I lost a truth or dare game at a bar and called my nemesis. I'm pregnant with your baby, I said into the phone. 10 minutes later, my arch nemesis showed up beside me, face dark with anger. If you can't have the baby, don't you dare leave, he growled. I froze. First of all, I wasn't pregnant. Second, I'm a guy. How could I even get pregnant? On the first day back at school, a photo of me and Jake appeared on the campus wall. In the picture, I was glaring at him angrily, while he was slightly turned to the side, showing off his handsome profile, looking down at me with this intense gaze that created such an atmosphere. The comments below were going crazy. OMG, they're so cute together. Jake is so protective. Look how patiently he's dealing with his angry boyfriend. That bottom is kinda cute though. They look good together, but isn't Jake straight? LOL, Jake is 100% straight. Stop shipping them. I stared at my phone screen, grinding my teeth. What cute couple. Jake and I had absolutely nothing going on between us. In fact, he actually owed me money. Jake's dorm was in room 205. The moment I walked in, his roommate shouted, "Jake, your rumored boyfriend is here to see you." I gave Jake a shy smile and said, "Jake, about when you broke my suitcase the other day." Before I could finish, Jake cut me off with a chin gesture. "How much?" I quickly replied, 100 for the suitcase, 10 for the 2 cabbages inside my bag. I kept my head down as I heard Jake snort. He sent me $110. I brightened up with a big smile. "Thanks, you're really nice." But Jake's expression suddenly stiffened. "I'm not gay," he said coldly. Talk about bad luck. Later, I signed up for the school's camping club for fun, and on departure day, I arrived at the meeting point with my overstuffed backpack. The first person I saw was Jake. I hadn't expected Jake to join the camping trip too, so I instinctively tried to hide in the crowd, afraid he'd spot me. But Jake just casually glanced around and immediately located me. I saw him frown slightly, then pretend I didn't exist. We took a bus out of the city, then hiked up a mountain with our gear. Halfway there, Jake looked at my bag and stared at me like I was an idiot. "With all that stuff, you're going to struggle going uphill." What a joke. Jake had no idea that I grew up in the countryside. A little mountain like this was nothing to me. As the group slowed down halfway through, I passed by Jake with my huge backpack and shot him a smug look. Jake's expression froze, but he ignored my taunt. I rushed ahead of everyone, reached the campsite first, put down my bag, and sat cross-legged on the ground waiting for the others. Unlike me, Jake arrived with the main group. Once we reached the top, we started assigning tents. Most people in the club already knew each other and wanted to share tents. The only person I knew was Jake. I waved my hand in the crowd. "I'll share a tent with Jake." As soon as I said that, everyone in the club started teasing us. They'd all heard about the rumor between Jake and me, and they were enjoying the drama. They even pushed me toward Jake. I lost my balance and stumbled right into Jake. He caught me with one hand, frowned slightly, and whispered, "Can't you show some restraint?" I didn't. I mean, it wasn't my fault. So unfair. Before I could explain, Jake turned and walked away. I hesitated, wondering if I should follow him, when the club president winked at me. "Go on, you're sharing with Jake." I suspected he was implying something, but I couldn't prove it. That night, Jake placed his bag between us and said expressionlessly, "Don't cross this line." Not wanting to back down, I put my bag on top of his. "You can't cross this line either." After our mutual warnings, we both turned away, keeping to ourselves. But Jake broke his own rule pretty quickly. Just as I was falling asleep, I heard constant rustling beside me. Annoyed, I sat up. "Jake, do you have fleas or something?" Jake paused for a moment, but didn't roll over again. I thought he'd finally settled down, but soon he started tossing and turning again. I turned on my flashlight and kicked Jake's sleeping bag. "Seriously, do you actually have fleas?" Jake poked his head out of his sleeping bag, looking embarrassed. "Alex, doesn't your skin itch?" As soon as he said that, I understood what was happening. The mountain was full of insects, and Jake must have been bitten somewhere. I sighed, rummaged through my large backpack, found some ointment, and handed it to Jake. "Just apply this wherever you got bit." Jake didn't move. After a while, I impatiently asked, "What's wrong?" "Don't have hands." Jake said, "It's on my back. I can't reach it. I must have owed him in my past life." I took back the ointment and sighed resignedly. "Take off your shirt." Jake stared at me for a few seconds, then removed his top. City boys don't have tough skin like me. His back was covered in red bites. I marveled at this while spreading the ointment all over his back. After finishing his back, I instinctively glanced at his waist, which also had a small red patch. With some ointment left, I applied it there too. The moment my hand touched Jake's waist, I could feel his entire body tense up. But I've always been casual about these things. His waist felt nice, so I pressed it again, generously complimenting him. "You're in good shape. Nice abs too." Jake gritted his teeth. "Don't touch me." Whatever, he makes such a big deal about one touch, like I'm some kind of monster. I returned to my sleeping bag, getting angrier the more I thought about it. I suddenly sat up and shouted at Jake, "If you're disgusted by me, well guess what? I'm not interested in you either." Jake also sat up, gave me a cold look, snorted and said, "You better not be." Jake was such an ungrateful tool. I helped him with the ointment, and this was how he repaid me. I ground my teeth at his sleeping bag. When I got the chance, I was definitely going to teach Jake a lesson. That opportunity came sooner than I expected.